So I was having this conversation with a couple of people the other day about basketball and about Steph Curry. And I'm going to show you how the media, and it's not, but how the media influences the way we think and this and that. So everybody in the NBA, especially like past players who are analysts and stuff like that, and everybody on ESPN and all this. When they talk about Steph Curry, they say he's the best shooter we ever seen, and those are facts, big facts. And I personally think yes, he is the best shooter we ever seen. I also think that Steph Curry has ruined basketball, and I say he's ruined basketball because everybody and their mama are trying to play like the Golden State Warriors. Everybody and their mama are out here shooting threes. And it doesn't make any motherfucking sense in the world. And that's why teams are losing. And I live here in Milwaukee. I'm from Chicago. So I'm a Bears fan. I'm a Cubs fan. I don't cheer for the White Sox. I'm a Blackhawks fan. I'm a Bulls fan. And when Michael Jordan and them were all done, said and done, I still care and cheer for the Bulls, but then I started gravitating towards players. Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett are two of my top 5 players in the world. And I know that there are other players that you can put probably in Kevin Garnett, but like if I was just speaking from the heart, Kobe Bryant and Kevin Garnett are two of my favorite players. And when we talk about like Mount Rushmore, the greatest players of all times. Can we stop bullshitting? Steph Curry is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. Stop all this nonsense talking about, oh, he's the greatest shooter of all time. Every player that they put on Mount Rushmore changed the game. Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Wilt Stilt, who else? Michael Jordan. They all changed the game. Tell me that Steph Curry hasn't changed basketball. So why do we keep running around here saying that Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time? Steph Curry is right now, and you can call him what you want to call him, but he's listed as a point guard. Steph Curry is the best point guard we ever seen. Tell me he's not. Because if you want to talk about he can handle the rock, he can pass the ball, but he doesn't have to pass the ball. If he needed to pass the ball, he could. And when he wants to, he does the same thing Michael Jordan used to do. People said Michael Jordan couldn't pass the ball. When Michael Jordan decided to pass the ball, he made great passes. There's so many highlights. The same thing with Kobe. So how, like Stephen A. Smith and all these, Steph Curry, and he's 33. At the clip that he's playing with, I don't understand why we were not he's in the top 10 already. He has to be. Steph Curry has to be in the top 10 basketball players ever to play basketball. He's changed the game. He's better than Isaiah Thomas. He's better than Nate Archibald. He's better than Oscar Robertson. And because Oscar Robertson, you're going to say Oscar Robertson averaged a triple-double? So had Russell Westbrook, and where do we have him? Steph Curry is going to go down in history, and he should go down in history. If we look at basketball for what it is and how we name the best players of all time, he should go down in history as the best point guard to ever play the game. And he's going to end up in your top 5. Just like Giannis, if he continues to do what he's doing, we can hold on to whatever. We all know that nobody's going to surpass Michael Jordan. Kobe Bryant either, and we need to stop with this LeBron. It's over for LeBron. And all this LeBron list, the people think that LeBron James is one of the best basketball players of all time due to the media saying that he was going to be the best basketball player of all time coming out of high school. And then they talk all this shit about how many finals he went to. Let's be honest. When LeBron James was going to finals, back-to-back coming out the East was weak. Because if you're going to say that he's that great, then when he got to the finals and played against the teams in the West, Shouldn't he have won? Shouldn't he have? But what that showed you is that he was coming out the East. The East was weak at that point in time. And when he got to the finals, he won 2 games? 2 championships when he was with Miami? And supposedly he had this great team. And then what happened? He went over and he had to join forces and team up with Kyrie Irving. And that's the only reason he went back to Cleveland. And people talk all this shit, Kyrie. If it wasn't for Kyrie and yes, LeBron, they both, it wasn't for both of them, they wouldn't win the championship. Same thing with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen in a way. And then he went to LA and tried to team up. We have to, well, I know they're not going to stop because they're trying to push a narrative or whatever. LeBron James is a great basketball player. Top 10, yeah, but he's not top 5. Look at how he getting, and look what's happening now. He done pulled all these geriatric motherfuckers out the old folks' home. And they trying to win a world championship, and it's not working. And it's not working. And I think LeBron James is a great man and a great basketball player, but he's not better than Michael Jordan. He's not better than Kobe Bryant. He's not. As far as what he does for the community or whatever, he surpasses Michael Jordan on every level. I can't say he surpasses Kobe because Kobe was in the midst of doing a whole lot of great things and he ended up dying or whatever. And I'm still suspecting of that whole situation, but that's whatever. But no, we have to stop. So we got to get to the part and stop with all this Steph Curry being the greatest shooter of all time. Steph Curry is one of the greatest basketball players to ever play basketball because he's changed the game of basketball. And these teams need to stop. If you're going to beat Golden State, and you know what, I'm not even talking about, let's just talk about Milwaukee since I live in Milwaukee, and I think Giannis right now is between him and Steph Curry, those are the two best players in the league, and you can follow that with Kevin Durant if you want to. But the Bucks have a perfect chance to go back-to-back if they start playing basketball like you should play basketball. Yes, we have some three-point shooters or whatever, but there's nobody in this league that can guard the Bucks in the post. Now that they got DeMarcus Cousins, and they got Lopez, and they got Giannis, go back to playing basketball the way basketball was played. If you posting up Giannis, Cousins, or Giannis and Lopez, you literally have 3 7-footers that, yeah, you're going to slow the game down, but good. Don't nobody give a fuck about no games being in 100. You want to win championships. You want to create legacies. What can you do with Giannis in the post? What can you do if Giannis and Cousins is down there posting up? You dictate the pace of the game. That's why I say the Bucks need to get rid of their coach. Because you running around here with all this hype on your team and you want to shoot fucking threes. And that's all the league is built around, is shooting threes. And when you do that, you limit yourself from winning. That's why I'm telling you all, Steph Curry is one of the greatest basketball players to ever play basketball. Fuck just the greatest shooter. He's changed basketball, sadly to say, for the worse. Because everybody is trying to shoot threes. And the coaches are letting them.